What really happened between Jungkook and Taehyung this time? And why are fans across the world questioning everything they thought they knew? Before you scroll away, think about this. What if one small, unexpected gesture could change the entire narrative surrounding two of the most watched idols on the planet? What if what looked like a simple moment was actually something much deeper? Stay with this story, because what unfolded has left ARMY confused, emotional, and searching for answers. And if you've ever felt invested in their bond, you might want to share your thoughts. Drop a comment, hit like, and subscribe, because this story is far from over. The atmosphere was normal at first. Nothing seemed out of place. Fans had seen countless interactions between Jungkook and Taehyung over the years. Some playful, some emotional, some so subtle that only the most dedicated followers could interpret their meaning. But this time, something felt different. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic in the obvious sense. In fact, that's exactly what made it so powerful that it began with a moment that could have easily been overlooked. A glance. A pause. A shift in energy that didn't match the usual dynamic fans had come to expect. Jungkook, often expressive in his own quiet way, seemed to hesitate. And Taehyung, who is known for his unique and sometimes unpredictable reactions, didn't respond the way many anticipated. Why? That single question has now spiraled into countless theories. Was Jungkook holding something back? Or was he trying to express something that words simply couldn't capture? The interaction didn't last long, but its impact was immediate. Fans who noticed it began replaying clips, analyzing body language, tone, timing, every tiny detail. Some described it as unusual. Others went further, calling it emotionally charged. And then there were those who simply said, "Something is off." But what exactly was off? Jungkook's behavior stood out the most. At one point, he appeared to approach Taehyung with a certain intent, something that suggested familiarity, maybe even vulnerability. Yet instead of following through in the way fans might expect, he pulled back. Not dramatically, not in a way that would draw attention immediately, but just enough to create a sense of distance. That hesitation became the center of discussion. Why would Jungkook step back in that moment? Was it hesitation? Was it awareness of being watched? Or was it something deeper? Something personal that fans aren't meant to fully understand? Taehyung's reaction added another layer to the mystery. He didn't confront it. He didn't react strongly. In fact, he seemed to absorb the moment and move forward, as if nothing had happened. But for those watching closely, that calmness didn't feel ordinary. It felt intentional. And that's where the confusion truly began. Because when two people who share such a long, complex history interact in a way that breaks pattern, people notice. And when they notice, they question everything. Some fans believe the moment reflects growth, a shift in how Jungkook expresses himself, possibly becoming more reserved or mindful of how his actions are perceived. Others think it points to something unresolved, a silent understanding between the two that doesn't need to be explained publicly. But there's another theory, one that has stirred even stronger emotions. What if this wasn't about distance at all, but about control? What if Jungkook's unexpected action wasn't hesitation, but a deliberate choice to hold back, either to protect Taehyung himself, or something they both value deeply? That idea has sparked intense reactions. Because if true, it suggests a level of awareness and complexity that goes beyond what fans usually see. It suggests that every movement, every glance, every pause could carry meaning far beyond the surface. And yet, there's no confirmation, no statement, no clear explanation. Just a moment that has now become one of the most talked about interactions in recent memory. As the discussion continues, emotions have started to rise. Some fans feel concerned, wondering if something is wrong. Others feel intrigued, drawn deeper into the mystery. And then there are those who feel a mix of both, caught between curiosity and emotional investment. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about a single interaction, it's about what that interaction represents. The connection between Jungkook and Taehyung has always been layered, evolving over time in ways that fans have tried to understand but never fully could. And maybe that's the point. Maybe not everything is meant to be clear. Maybe some moments are meant to be felt, not explained. Still, that hasn't stopped the speculation. Clips continue to circulate. Discussions continue to grow. And with every new perspective, the story becomes even more complex. Was it a misunderstanding? Was it intentional? Or was it something so personal that trying to define it misses the point entirely? As fans revisit the moment again and again, one thing becomes certain. Whatever happened, it mattered. Not because of what was seen, but because of what was felt. And now, the question remains, what happens next? Will there be another moment that clarifies everything? Or will this remain one of those rare interactions that never gets fully explained, leaving fans to interpret it in their own way? One thing is clear. People are watching more closely than ever. Every future interaction will be analyzed, compared, and connected back to this moment. Because once something like this happens, it changes how everything else is seen. So what do you think? Did Jungkook's unexpected action mean something deeper, or are fans reading too much into it? Was Taehyung's reaction a sign of understanding, or simply coincidence? Share your thoughts. Because in a story like this, every perspective adds another piece to the puzzle. And as the mystery continues to unfold, one thing is certain. This is far from over. And just when it seemed like the moment would slowly fade into the endless stream of content that fans consume every day, something unexpected happened. People didn't move on. Instead, they leaned in even closer. The silence that followed that interaction began to feel louder than any words that could have been spoken. No clarification, no follow-up, no visible attempt to address what had just taken place. For some, that silence felt natural. For others, it felt almost deliberate, as if whatever happened was never meant to be explained in the first place. But that only made things more intense. Because when there's no explanation, the mind starts to fill in the gaps. Fans began revisiting older moments, searching for patterns, trying to connect dots that may or may not even exist. They compared past interactions, times when Jungkook appeared more open, more spontaneous, more physically expressive, with this recent shift that felt restrained. Had something changed? Or had it always been there, hidden beneath layers that people were only now starting to notice? Some noticed how Jungkook's expression seemed more controlled lately, especially in moments involving Taehyung. Not distant, not cold, but measured, careful, as if every move carried weight. And Taehyung, he remained as enigmatic as ever. But even in his calmness, fans started to see something new. A kind of awareness. A subtle acknowledgement that something had shifted, even if he chose not to react outwardly. It wasn't obvious. It wasn't dramatic. But it was enough to make people question everything. Because sometimes, the smallest changes say the most. One fan described it as watching two people speak without words. Another said, it felt like a conversation we weren't supposed to hear. And maybe that's exactly what it was. A silent exchange. A moment that carried meaning only they truly understood. But if that's the case, then why did it feel so different this time? Why did it resonate so strongly, even among those who usually don't overanalyze? That's where things started to get even more complicated. Because the more people talked about it, the more perspectives began to clash. Some believed the moment reflected maturity, that both Jungkook and Taehyung have grown, and with that, growth comes a different way of expressing their connection. Less obvious, more internal. Less performative, more real. Others weren't so sure. They pointed out the timing, the setting, the way Jungkook seemed to initiate something, only to stop himself halfway. That kind of interruption doesn't happen without a reason. So what stopped him? Was it the presence of cameras? The pressure of constant scrutiny? The silence that followed that interaction began to feel louder than any words that could have been spoken. No clarification, no follow-up, no visible attempt to address what had just taken place. For some, that silence felt natural. For others, it felt almost deliberate, as if whatever happened was never meant to be explained in the first place.